Kyrgyzstan, a mountainous country located in Central Asia. The territory of Kyrgyzstan covers an area of 199,940 square kilometers. About 95% of the country consists of mountains reaching over 1,500 meters above sea level. The Tian Shan range, with the highest point at 7,439 meters, is full of virgin nature, natural forests, wildlife and wildflowers. The highest parts of the mountains are covered by glaciers and everlasting snow, which provide life-giving water to pastures and small fields in the valleys. The population of Kyrgyzstan is in the region of 5.1 million people. The rural population represents 65% and the urban population 35% of the total population. There are four major types of forest in Kyrgyzstan: unique walnut forests mixed with wild fruit trees, spruce forests, juniper forests and floodplain forests. Each type of forest should have its own model of management, with the involvement of local people and communities in joint forest management. Kyrgyzstan abounds in unique genetic resources, but also dramatically worsening environmental hazards, such as overgrazing, mud flows, erosion and flooding. Promoting sustainable forest management requires that informed decisions be made at the national level and that progress towards chosen goals be monitored. This in turn requires that effective national forest inventories and assessments are in place to serve national policy processes and international statistics. A general knowledge of the whole ecosystem is also important for other development projects. The National Forest Inventory in Kyrgyzstan was supported by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the FAO, and began in March 2008. A technical unit was established to lead and supervise the inventory. The work started by developing an appropriate inventory methodology based on the FAO's internationally harmonized methodologies and adapted to the Kyrgyz requirements. A land use and land cover classification was defined as the most important priority for the future. Species lists of trees, bushes and indicator plants, as well as a list of soil types, were prepared. The forest inventory, following the FAO standard, is based on measurements of 4 plots in every tract. The total area measured in each tract is 2 hectares. At the same time, the type of sampling grid had to be decided on. In the end, a 10 by 10 minute grid of geographic coordinates was adopted, which resulted in 766 tracts in the whole of Kyrgyzstan, of which 36 fall in lakes and 176 in areas above 3,500 meters above sea level, which are without trees and bush vegetation. That left 564 tracts to visit in the field. Field maps were prepared using GIS, based on the Swiss Kyrgyz Remote Sensing Project for vegetation mapping and other software, to assist field teams in accessing the tracts. The elaboration of the Kyrgyz Field Manual for field data collection lasted until the end of April 2008. Now it was time to field test the methodology and train members of the technical unit. The starting point of the plot is located by GPS, and for orientation within the plot, compass and measuring tapes are used. Height meter, camera and caliper are used for recording measurements and observations. After final adjustments to the field manual, a practical field training course was arranged for all field team leaders in Sari-Chelek, where all ecosystems of Kyrgyzstan are present. The training measurements were supplemented by interviews with local people. The interviews regarding how local people benefit from forests and trees are complementary to the field measurements and observations and constitute another important part of the inventory methodology.